Hey there, kiddos. This is Miss Robin, and today we're going to be talking about what is a summary. Now, on the wall, we have an anchor chart that talks about theme and summarizing fiction using somebody wanted but so then, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. A summary is a shortened version of a story that highlights its key points. So when you summarize, you are retelling the key points in your own words. This is not paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is when you retell everything in your own words. So let's start by reviewing the plot. Start with exposition at the bottom of Plot Mountain. That's where you find out about the characters and the setting and the conflict, the problem. Then as you go through rising action, the problem gets worse, 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 till you get to the top. And that's the climax. Something happens to turn it all around, to make it go from all bad to start getting solved. And that's what happens through the following action. Events happen to continue to solve the problem until you slide into the resolution where the problem is completely solved in the story. Now, when you retell and summarize, you should not include your own ideas, opinions, or interpretations. This is not persuasive writing. You are retelling in your own words the key things that happen in the story. Now, this is how we're going to practice. We are going to watch a short film called Sweet Cocoon. As we watch Sweet Cocoon, you are going to need to be jotting down some events in the story. So I want you to get out your reading notebooks out of your desk. On the first clean page, I want you to write at the top, what is a summary? What is a summary? Once you are done with that, I want you to draw or trace your hand. You can either use your left hand or your right hand. It really doesn't matter to me, but I want somebody on the first finger to the left, next finger wanted, third finger over but, fourth finger over so, and then the last one over to the right should be then. And of course, the somebody would be the main character, what that main character wanted, but what was the problem? So what happened to change things, the climax, then how did it end, the solution. Okay, so that's what we're going to do as we watch Sweet Cocoon. Little foreshadowing there with the big bird flying over top. She's having a real problem here. What does she want? But what is the problem?
Hey! Where was Come on. Bara. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah! Whoa, yum, yum, yum. Hey, yeah. Nah. Yeah. Wow. No.
Well, it didn't end too well there, but let's go on back to our lesson right now. Okay, so we watched this short film, and you are supposed to be summarizing. Summarizing made simple, in fact. In order to create a summary, you need to answer these questions for the story, which you, I'm hoping, have already done. But who is the somebody? Who is the main character? What did that main character want or do? But what was the problem? So what happened to change it? The climax. What made it start going better? Then how did it end in the resolution? Go ahead and pause the video right now if you have not. Go ahead and pause the video right now so everybody can finish, and I'll get back with you in just a moment. Okay, so here were the answers. The sweet cocoon summary should have said, the somebody was the caterpillar. She wanted to fit in her cocoon, but she was too big and couldn't get into her own cocoon on her own. Two insects came by and decided to help her. And then they got her into the cocoon and stayed with her all night, and she turned into a beautiful butterfly. Now, as we move forward next week, we will be writing this in a 5 to 6 sentence paragraph, but what you've written right now is just fine. Let's move on to theme. What is the theme of this story? A theme is a life lesson that the author tries to teach the reader through the events of the story and the conflicts that the character faces. Challenges. We've talked about that for a couple weeks. What challenges or conflicts does the character face, and how does the character go about overcoming those challenges? So right now I want you to pause the video, talk with your groups about the theme of Sweet Cocoon. What did the caterpillar learn? Think about that to decide the theme. Go ahead and pause right now. Okay. Possible themes for this story would be, without a struggle, there can be no progress, meaning you can't move forward. Or, true friends will help in times of need. Or some people come into your life as a blessing. Or if it does not challenge you, then it does not change you. These could all be themes, and you all might have uh, come up with these themes and said them in a different way, which is just fine. But if your group came up with that theme, pat yourselves on the back right now. That is going to conclude our lesson for today. You're going to go on to your self-pacing, and remember your self-pacing expectations. Level 1 if you're working with a partner, level 0 if you're working by yourself. On task, quality work, because if you're not doing one, chances are you're not doing something else in those 3 expectations. So make sure you're doing all 3. Have a great day, guys.